The Middle East never sleeps, and the past 24 hours have been absolutely insane. First up, it seems that armed regime opponents ambushed the Iranian Revolutionary Guards, and if we click on this video, we see how this man, in order to believe this vehicle and start shooting on the Iranian terrorist. We got also informed, according to Reuters, that United States intelligence indicate that the last third of Iran's missiles were damaged, destroyed, or buried underground because of the heavy airstrikes. So basically, rendered useless. We were also informed that the US Vice President prepares to take the lead in American efforts to end the war. So exactly the person the Iranian government requested for dialogue, because the Vice President is considered as the one who wants to end the war the fastest. Also the Vice President, so J.D. Vance, had a difficult call with the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu. This was on Monday, where he said that the Israeli assessment of toppling the Iranian regime were not realistic and that Israel was too optimistic. While all of this is happening, the Israeli security official stated that Iran can sustain the rate of fire for probably a few weeks, adding that Tehran has enough launchers to spread attacks over time. And if you think about it, it actually makes sense. I personally do not assume that the Iranian attacks will be halted completely, but I assume that the firing rate will further degrade. The only goal for Iran is at the moment only to be able to shoot one missile and a few drones, and that's it, just for political reasons, so Iran can showcase that they're not giving up, and also create fear, so the strait stays closed as long as possible. Next up, we got confirmed that, according to the Israeli army, the IDF have targeted the most prominent site for manufacturing Iranian missiles in central Iran. Further, the IDF stated that it have killed 2 top members of the terrorist organization Lebanon. By the way, I do not mention the government as a terrorist organization, but only this particular terrorist organization that I've highlighted, even though Lebanon faces a very difficult situation since many of the members of the terrorist organization are embedded in the Lebanon's government since they have their own party. So what is happening in Lebanon politically scene is pretty much a mess. However, let's hope that the Lebanese government will disarm the terrorist organization which have embedded itself in Lebanon. To continue my phrase, basically, 2 terrorists got killed in the communication unit of this terrorist organization in a strike in Beirut overnight. We see also the results of devastating bombardment of Isfahan, and this is a city in Iran. We got also confirmed, according to CBS News, that a total of 10 soldiers got injured in an Iranian attack in Saudi Arabia. I wish the soldiers all the best and a speedy recovery. Next up, we got a really smart move here from the President of the United States. As we know, the President Trump stated that this campaign is not a war, but a military operation, and even I personally didn't quite get it why he's doing so. But in this statement, he explained it himself. He said that they have a thing called a war, or as they would rather say, a military operation, and that is because of legal reasons. Because for military operation, the president does not need any approvals from the Congress, but if you would state it is a war, he would need approval. So a pretty smart move. Next up, the Iranian parliament speaker, Galibaf, stated that they, so the United States and Israel, has spent so much fake news trying to push the energy prices down that the markets are just numb now. So basically, he's spreading his own fake news here, because you must remember that through this trade, only about 20% of the oil is flowing. The worst thing that can happen is that companies misuse the hype and raise the prices more than 20% just to make additional profit. But I would also agree that the United States is pushing for cheap energy prices, and obviously they're stating that everything is fine and so on. So politically stuff, nothing really unexpected. While all of this is happening, we could also affirmed that a research reactor in Iran got hit by an airstrike. Luckily, there was no radiation leak. Abbas Araghchi also stated that Israel have hit 2 of Iran's largest steel factories, a power plant and a nuclear site, and Iran yet again threatened the world again by saying that Iran will inflict a heavy price for the attacks. And additional quick news, the IRGC Navy Deputy Intelligence was confirmed that by Iran. Also, a IRGC underground missile city in Yazd, central Iran, was targeted in an airstrike. Also, according to the Pakistani Prime Minister, the Prime Minister Sheikh Bas is going to meet on Monday with the Foreign Minister of Turkey, Saudi Arabia and Egypt as part of the de-escalation efforts in the region. Also, the Houthis in Yemen basically declared war on Israel by firing a ballistic missile from Yemen. It also confirmed that the Israeli army carried out airstrikes with more than 50 aircraft targeting nuclear facilities, military manufacturing sites, as part of 3 simultaneous waves. CENTCOM also released a video showcasing how they target Iranian vessels and so on. As an example we see a boat here, which obviously get hit, another one here, which also gets destroyed, and the last one over here. Next up, massive eliminations got reported in Iran. First we got a Basi commander, then a Iranian nuclear scientist, and a IRGC general, which got eliminated in Tehran. Also we got confirmed that the status of the Space Propulsion Research Institute in Tabriz got attacked, and this is the footage after the attack. So we see how devastated everything looks. Lastly, I want to mention a warning. We see a lot of fake videos on both sides, but especially on the Iranian side. Sadly, it have become way easier to fake videos and images, so remember to remember it also in my videos, because it can even happen to me to showcase a video which is absolutely fake, but which I didn't notice at the first glance. Like this video, we click here play, we see once on the left side the fake video, on the right side the real one, and you see that it looks pretty real. So guys, take care.